Hey guys, so this is part 2 of the RG300 retro game portable video. Now I did an overview in the last video, and if you haven't checked it out, make sure you click on the link below. But in this video, I just wanted to show you more game demos, and recently I took this on a trip. Usually when I travel, I bring one of the my BitBoy V2 or the LDK or a PS Vita, and sometimes my Nintendo Switch, but it's getting kind of big for me, so I wanted something more portable. And mostly I'm playing like emulators and old classic games anyway, so I don't need any modern gaming device, and this RG300 seems to fit the bill. So here I wanted to show you it running the PlayStation emulator, and here I have Einhander, which is a game I play quite a bit, and you can see the frame rates are dropping a little bit. It's about like 40-50 frames per second, and the full frame rate is of course 60, and it seems to play pretty good. It's not super fast, but it seems to be a little bit faster than the LDK. Now the LDK I believe has the same sort of hardware, so I don't know why this is a little bit faster, but probably some of the settings are more optimized in this emulator here, so you can play around with that. But overall, I think in terms of playing PlayStation games, it works pretty well. Not full speed where it's 60-60, but good enough. And this game is completely playable. So what you do is you hit the select and start, and that's where it brings up the menu. And next, I'm going to show you another game. So let's take a look at King of Fighters. And there's already a few of these PlayStation games already loaded in it on the micro SD card. So we're going to check out King of Fighters 99, and it takes a little bit longer to load, and of course it's checking for memory cards like a real PlayStation, which it does not have. Typically for King of Fighters, I would normally use like Final Burn Alpha or Neo Geo emulator, but just for testing reasons, let's try it out on this PlayStation emulator. So I'm going to quickly select some characters and go through the selection screen here and just get right into the game action. And you can already see that the frame rates for this section anyways, it's like 60 frames per second, and it's running at 320 by 240 resolution, and the CPU usage is still relatively low, so it's like a third of it. And so let's take a look here, and performance wise, not too bad. I don't really notice any frame drops here, so you can see that it's 60 frames. Pardon the crappy gameplay, but usually when I'm trying to do like a Dragon Punch move, it shakes. I move the console too much, and I didn't want to like shake the console while I'm filming. And I'm also looking through the camera, sorry, my screen on my camera, so it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing. So there's a little bit of a lag between seeing what is on the LCD screen and then showing it on my camera screen. So that's King of Fighters on PlayStation. So now let's take a look at another emulator. Let's take a look at Genesis. And most 8-bit and 16-bit games run fine, and Sega Genesis is running perfectly. I don't notice any slowdown at all. And with all emulators like this, you have the ability to use save states. So you can see that it's 60 frames per second pretty much the whole time. And again, it's kind of hard to play when I'm looking through the camera screen, but hopefully you get an idea of what the performance is like. Sonic 3, of course, one of the best Sonic Hedgehog games ever, but performance-wise, you can see that it's really good. So this is the secret zone here where we're going to go collect some blue balls. So like most of these emulators, if you hit select and then start, it brings up the menu, which lets you exit. And next, let's try out a Super Nintendo game. Let's try FZero. So I'll quickly scroll down and select it. There it is, hit A. And here we go. So let's go to Grand Prix, just quickly get a game going here. Beginner mode. And I'm going to load a save state because it'll jump through all that other stuff. and here we go. It's going to start the race. Now, there is a little bit of a frame skip, and the audio is kind of glitchy. I think it's just some setting in the emulator. I haven't really tweaked with it yet, and the triggers work, and it's not the fastest with Mode 7 graphics, which FZero uses. So you hit select and start, and it'll bring you to this screen here where you can play with some of the settings and maybe get it to run more fluid. Now let's check out the PC Engine, or in North America, TurboGrafx 16 Bonk 3. And it works relatively well. I'd have to say that I didn't notice any slowdown or anything. But what I'm going to do is again to load some save states so I can skip past the menu and stuff. TurboGrafx 16 emulation isn't very difficult, and it's pretty much perfected now, so I wouldn't expect this RG300 to have any problems with emulating it. Now let's just try some Game Boy emulation. I showed you Oh Boy, I think, on the previous video. This time I'm going to use this emulator, and I like this one because it actually has some really nice borders. So this is Super Mario Land, and you know, you can have it like full screen, or you can have it with some borders. So very versatile Game Boy emulator, and I prefer this over the other ones. Let's skip to Final Burn Alpha, and this time I'm going to be running Giga Wing, and it's a game that I really like. It's one of those, you know, top-down vertical shooters, and you can see that it is running at 60 frames, so it doesn't have a problem at all. So some other games that I wanted to demo is Wolfenstein 3D. Of course, it was originally for PC, but it runs really well on this unit here, and it brings back a lot of memories playing this game, even though it kind of gave me motion sickness. But it's kind of weird using D-pad to kind of move around. Usually use a mouse and keyboard, and it works relatively well. Graphics are a bit dated, but you know, it is very nostalgic to play this game. Now I'm gonna load up Quake. There's also Doom, but it wasn't set up, so I'm just gonna show you Quake. And it runs pretty good. I wouldn't say, you know, it's probably not the best way to play Quake on this little portable, but you can. I just kind of wanted to show you what are the other games available. There's a whole bunch of them already preloaded, and it's kind of hard for me to see, so I'm not really sure where I'm going here. So if you're wondering what am I doing, that's because I can't really see the screen. So anyways, that's a wrap up for this demo here. Okay, so before I end this video, I just wanted to show you the movie player. If you want to bring like some movies to play, it will play MP4 files. So there is this sample that is included on the SD card, and it's some sort of cartoon, and it works really well. I wouldn't watch a movie on this device, probably because, you know, I have my smartphone, which has a better screen, but you certainly can. And of course, there is an MP3 player as well that is included, where you can load up some of your own songs to play. And those are the other kind of utilities that are available on this portable. Because it runs OpenDingus, there are obviously other applications that you can load on here. However, the ones that are preloaded are pretty good already, and if there are new emulators and programs, you can of course update them. So that's a great thing about this device. You're not locked in having a set number of games or emulators or applications. You can always add your own ROMs, your favorite ones, and take out the ones that you don't like. So overall, the RG300, I really like it. In fact, I've put away my LDK, I put away my BitBoy, I put away all the other little portables that I used to carry with me, and I just kind of carry around this one now. I think this will be my go-to portable emulation device until something better comes out. And for the price, I think I paid like $55 or $60 from AliExpress. You'll probably find them at various different price points. but that is definitely a good value for this type of device, especially if you're into these like quirky, weird Chinese portables for your emulation needs. Anyways, that's it for this video. Hopefully you'll check out my other videos, and until next time, have a nice day.